Alright my people, welcome back to another video. So remember the other day y'all were asking me to trace back where the water is coming from, which is continuously flooding out Portmorant Square. I did that for you today. But before I show you where the water is coming from, I'm just gonna give you an overview of the town, showing you the current drainage system inside of the town. So the first area I want to look at is where they recently built this little canal system going towards the river. It was not always there, like you can trace it back to a month and a half ago. It was a whole drainage system that's old, OLD, whole, not whole drainage system that was there, consisting of a little concrete channel which wasn't properly draining off the water from the road in the square into the river. So they since dig a deeper trench to go into the river, but the trench and the river is basically the same height. So you know, when the river is flowing, sometimes it goes back into the trench. So the water from the square, which is up here, is not going off the road as fast as it should. There are also other drains up the square which are blocked, which would normally channel the water down towards the river. So when you go up closer to the square, I'm going to show you those. So normally when the area is flooded and it gets well bad till it floods out the field on the left hand side, these blue houses you see on the right, the water normally comes up to there where you see that white car and goes over to their houses, sometimes going through the house or around the houses. There is also a drain just below where the car is, and don't think you're going to see it from where I'm with the drone, as I did not remember about it at the time. But closer to the gas station, which is up the road, there's another drain that connects to it, so I can show you that because I remembered that when I was flying. And you can see how far up on the left hand side the trench came, but it's filled now with a lot of mud or silt, which is causing the drain to be almost the same level with the road. So you know that if the water does go into the drain from a higher point going down to this section where you see that white truck, it's gonna just come back on the road and settle. Next thing you know, it's gonna go over back into where you see this red gate on the bottom right. And here you can see a lot of potholes or pools in the road from when tropical storm Raphael passed through. Yeah man, so all of that water is still there, which is causing a lot of issues because it's making the holes deeper when the vehicle go into them, especially the big trucks. And for the smaller vehicles going in there, you can see that some of them have to be driving extremely on the left or extremely on the right, avoiding the center of the road because you will sink into the pools. And you don't want to go into the holes and then you lose a bumper or damage anything by scraping. You can see how deep it is for this little SUV right here. And this is just the best of it. When the storm passed, it was way worse. On your left, you're gonna see a lot of water, which usually cycles there, but due to the fact there's a little river behind this green building that you see the pig on. which kinds of backflow onto the road right here, because it cannot go into the culvert system that is there for it because it is blocked. The channel system that would channel the water is located right here, but due to the fact that it is blocked up, the water settles in this area and then goes onto the road over here. Even the other day, you see them with the water pump to pump this side over onto the main road, so over here wouldn't be so full of water. And those business that you see on the right hand side, behind them, as you will soon see, is full of water same way, because the water has nowhere to go. And another issue you have is pedestrian using the roadway. It's where the man has to be walking on top of the retaining wall. And know that if he slides off there, it's gonna cause a lot of issues. Another area where water comes from, also help to block up the square, is off this hill beside the gas station. A lot of water comes down from the hill through a trench which is on the right hand side of the road, and it comes right down to where you see this big pool in the center. Now there's a drain on the right hand side here that is completely blocked. Now from my understanding is that that drain would take all the water from up here and channel it down to where the white car was I was talking about earlier, and into the river. So you know, due to the fact that it is blocked, the water has nowhere to go more than onto the road. So if they don't fix those issues in this section, it's gonna keep on occurring. Even the bars on the left hand side, as you can see there, where you see the gray wall and the blue wall, have to close their door because the water is too high and it's going inside their establishment. So you see, it's affecting persons. So you can get a little bit of a view of one side of the drain there and the other side over here. So that's causing the flooding in this section. As for the proper solution as to how they're going to fix it, I don't know. I want to see in some other countries where they try to shove a chain through the drain, tie some tires on it, and use a vehicle and draw it to clean out the mud and stuff that is in there. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but at least they can try. And behind the buildings, as I was saying earlier, they are still flooded because there's a little stream that is behind the building that runs alongside the main road on the right going up. Some persons may remember the video that I did in Hurricane Beryl where the tree dropped on the man's house and there was a little stream behind it. Yes, the little stream is on the right hand side up where his house is. And I soon turn around the camera to show you where that is. I was just trying to find the pathway for why the water was settling right here. Then it dawned on me that it was coming from up here. So that blue house would be the house that the tree fell on, and the stream is just a little bit behind it in the tree line. Alright, so now I'm gonna leave the town and fly upwards towards like Bath and Sunninghill and Bath to try and find the source of the water. I did not find the exact source, as you know, like starting off the river, but I found where the water is coming from as it regards to Portmorant area, our section. So as we go over this bamboo tree line which is below me, you're gonna see that we meet up on part of the river. You can see that right here they have a stone grind system put in place so that when the river comes down, it doesn't eat out the left hand side going into this property over here. And this river is connected to the big one that you see out at Linval's Hardware. As for where the other smaller river comes from, or stream, I'm not sure. as to where it comes from, and just know that it runs where it runs. So maybe it could be a branch river from further upstream, or this river branch off somewhere along here going around to where the other one is. So I'm gonna let you watch on from here, going upwards, following the river into the community, and coming down back to where it's going to branch off over to where Linval hardware is. So here you can see the bridge that it runs underneath and goes over towards Linval hardware. As we fly along the river, you can tell what is needed. You can see that it needs to be debushed. Some persons will say it needs to be dig a little bit deeper. But you can leave in the comment section what you think. What should they do? Alright, so I'm gonna leave you all here for today. Hope you get a little bit better of an understanding as to how Portmorant is continuously being flooded by the rivers and also the drains alongside the road. With that being said, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe for more, and click the notification bell to get notified when I upload a new video. And stay tuned till the next one.